Tadenekawo, we know, is no longer a baby. All these children that are being born now, I think they are ancestors that have gone before, and they are returning back to this world. We are shocked, the entire family of Ile-Ife, the entire kingdom, the entire palace. Kabiyesi and Queen Naomi was shocked at the statement dropped by Tadenekawo following the rumor that we heard that Dr. Elizabeth is going to be considered to be divorced also, but on a fair condition. My people, they said Tadenekawo had earlier on asked Kabiyesi why. My people, welcome to this channel. It is your girl Live Gist Plus. I am here with hot and spicy news from the palace of Kabiyesi. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. And to my returning subscribers, you guys are welcome. You guys are my real MVP. I appreciate you. Thank you. So my wonderful audience, the rumor we are hearing now making around the internet is that Prince Tadenekawo has asked an adult question that got everyone in the palace baffled, that got us marveled, I don't know the English to use to qualify this, but it did happen according to what we heard. They said when Iyamifa and Agbalagba, the powerful native doctor, visited, of course, we heard they stayed in Ile-Ife for 1 week to make sure that every one of them who are hiding anything, sham or juju, or anybody having an evil agenda was going to say them, was going to be exposed, was going to confess, my people. So on that period, they really find out that one of the wives, who is also loyal to the king, is not also supposed to be there. That she is also to be considered to be separated from the king for the full fulfillment of the destiny to occur between Kabiyesi and Olori Naomi, and that is Dr. Elizabeth. But then they were contemplating whether it is going to be on a fair ground, or if really Olori Naomi will accept her with her full chest and ask her to stay, then there would be no problem. So they were still considering that. That is the information we got. So on that fateful day, they said Kabiyesi was with Queen Naomi. They were discussing, and of course Prince Tade was not there. Prince Tade was with inside the Kabiyesi's palace with Simi, Queen Naomi's sister, because that is the only one at now that Queen Naomi will have to leave the Tade for. There's no trust anywhere, nobody to be trusted, no friend, nothing, just Simi, Queen Naomi's sister. So what we are hearing is that Tade was with Simi, and Kabiyesi and Queen Naomi was discussing on how to move things ahead, or about Dr. Elizabeth. Even though for now we haven't really heard their conclusion on what they are going to do, but I know we are still going to hear the conclusion, whether Dr. Elizabeth is finally staying, because this is going to be a final decision, or whether she is going to leave. But it depends on Mama Tadenekawo. If she accepts, then fine. If she doesn't accept, then fine. But the acceptance is not based on just a normal friendship or carnally. It is not just with ordinary eyes. The acceptance has to be spiritual. So that you will not come and say tomorrow that Queen Naomi is not a good person, that she just open her mouth and say she doesn't want to stay, she doesn't want Elizabeth to stay. No. They say the acceptance is not really her decision on her own, but her spiritual guiding. Her spiritual guide will decide, and she will now speak. So it is not something, it will even have to involve a lot of spiritual things, a lot of tradition, to know if her spirit really accepts that she is not really being the one to say. Do you get? So while they were discussing, they said after they are done discussing, so Tadenekawo ran out to come and hug his father, that is a Kabiyesi, as they were going out for Queen Naomi and Simi to take off. They said getting to the gate of the palace, and Tade cited Dr. Elizabeth coming out, of course, to join the chorus to see Mama Tadenekawo out. They said Tade started crying, saw Dr. Elizabeth and started crying. I don't know. That is how they described it. Then everybody was surprised. Why they cry? This is a boy that has been playing here all alone. He was happy. He was jumping up and down. So why now crying at the sight of Queen Elizabeth? So, they started inquiring, started petting him, asking him a lot of questions. He refused to talk. He was still crying, looking at Dr. Elizabeth. He was crying. He now went to hug Dr. Elizabeth, and that was so emotional for Kabiyesi and Queen Naomi. So that one now sent them a message that, it seems that something wants to go on here. This is not ordinary. If you see the way he hugged Dr. Elizabeth so tight, and he was touching Dr. Elizabeth's tummy. This is quite different from what other children could do. Touching Queen Elizabeth's tummy, according to what we heard. You can imagine that scenario. Who told this boy that something is in there? Because according to what we heard, they said the pregnancy is not yet out. So I believe children only knows that pregnancy is out, that their mommy is pregnant when the pregnancy is already very showing out, not hidden anymore. But this one, they say Dr. Elizabeth's pregnancy is not that out. It's still like maybe normal, someone that has a big stomach. So they said Tade started touching the tummy. So Queen Elizabeth, Queen Naomi rushed him, carried him on her arms, and started petting him to talk. What is the problem? Then he now opened mouth and asked a very thunderous question that nobody has ever, in fact, they never expected that a small baby like that, a small toddler like that, will say something like that. They said he asked Kabiyesi, why do you want to send my brother away? Why do you want to send my brother and my sister away? So the thing shocked Kabiyesi, because Kabiyesi does not need see the direction that he is coming from. He asked again, you want to send my brother away? So before Kabiyesi could realize that, he is actually talking about the baby in Elizabeth's womb. Yes, because it takes a whole lot of time for Kabiyesi to reason, which brother am I chasing away? Do you have a brother? A lot of things was coming into Kabiyesi's head, and he was speaking it out. Do you have a brother Tade? Which brother? Do you have a brother? And where is the brother? Where is the brother? Where is he from? Where did you see him? Asking a lot of things. So before they now say Tade started pointing at Elizabeth's tummy and say, you want to send my brother away? Why do you and mommy plan to send my brother away? My people, they say there everywhere, if you see cry, tears, because that is an emotional question that they never expected that a small boy like this would ask, my people. So this is really a somehow, as to me, I felt emotional at that time. I don't know what your feeling would be, but that is what they said he asked, and Kabiyesi immediately, shed small tears. Kabiyesi doesn't really have heart. He came to think of it. What did this woman do that they said she's supposed to be among the people that will be divorced, but under a fair condition? And it depends on Queen Naomi's spirit, if Queen Naomi's spirit allows it or not. So I'm thinking maybe Tade is Queen Naomi's spirit, and that is what my own opinion, because they are still going to make inquiries and know if her spirit accepts. It's not just her own. She will not be the one to take that decision according to what they said. So my correct people, I want you to put mouth for this matter. I want you to drop your comments on the comment section. What do you really think they mean by if Queen Naomi's spirit accept it? Or do you think that Tade's accepting it or making this statement is pointing out towards something? Is pointing to somewhere, So that is it. Before they said they flew, everybody was just crying before Queen Naomi and Tade finally entered the car and their driver take them off everybody was, even Dr. Elizabeth didn't even, because she knew what they said, that she was supposed to be divorced. She already know that, but she's hoping on, praying that Queen Naomi's spirit will accept her, as because it is not Queen Naomi alone by herself that we accept her on her own. So my wonderful people, this is the rumor we are hearing, that Tadenekawo made that statement and it got everybody astonished. So please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Do not forget that all these are alleged information, and don't also forget that in every information, in every rumor, there is an atom of truth. Please stay tuned, because I'll be bringing you more updates on this.